What am I even doing here? Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. Because it is easy to be honest and simply talk to someone about your feelings, isn't it? No. In a little thing I'm calling my journey to myself and my journey to recovery is to take a very basic step. Drumroll, please. I'm not okay. I've not been okay for a long time. But do I tell people this? Yeah, I guess it can depend on the people and sometimes and how I am, but overall I put on this mask and go out into the world, come home and question what's the point of it all. I'm scared to tell people what I go through. I think the more I think about it, the more I make it seem like I'm a bad person. And then the people I love will realize how shitty I am and I'll end up alone. But then again, sometimes I push people away so that I can end up alone, and that makes it a little easier to think that I can just go ahead and end it all. But that's not okay. And I'm not okay. My problem is all in my head. Thoughts cycle around and around. And I sometimes explain it a bit like pub noise. There's a bunch of different conversations going on different tables, and I can't quite hear them all. And I'm trying to tune in to them all and figure out what it's about. But I can't, or it's probably not good. Most of the time it's not even good. Another example I can give is there is a war in my head between someone I like to call the bitch and Tina. As you can probably guess, the bitch is the negative voice, you know, the little devil on the shoulder. She is very self-critical, self-doubting, not a very fun person to be around. She'll tell me about how useless I am, how I'm not a good mother, I'm not a good friend, I'm ugly, I'm annoying, I'm boring. She can be a lot. I do have what everyone tells me to have, which is a cheerleader. Her name is Tina, but unfortunately the arguments between Tina and the bitch just are exhausting, and I'm exhausted. They make me exhausted because it's just a back and forth. When I'm in my head, I'm told that I can come across kind of rude, and that's something that I've really struggled with lately, is coming across as rude, and I don't want that to be the intention. I don't mean that to be the intention. I think it's just because I am stuck in my head. I am lost in that thought. I'm trying to listen to the argument, or I'm listening to the pub noise, or I'm just in there and I can't get out. I can't hear anything else apart from that, what's in my head. But I guess when you just look at me, I'm just a blank slate. It's not very nice. 1 minute I could be talking to you fine. I could be having a genuine conversation. I could even be happy and smiling and laughing and joking and all of the things that people do in conversation. And then all of a sudden I've gone and I can't get out. A lot of the time when I'm in that state, I can get emotional because, you know, that's what the bitch likes to do. She likes to remind me of all of the shit things in my life, which makes me sad or angry or something negative. And then I feel like that emotion that I feel does not belong in the conversation I'm supposed to be in. Almost go into like a hyper correction of trying to show I'm not that feeling or hide that feeling. And guess what that is? Exhausting. And then this is where my anxiety kicks in. The feelings of what if. What if I have a chat with a coworker and I start feeling all of these feelings? What if I'm trying to like playing with my daughter and then I just start ruminating and she doesn't quite understand because she's a 6-year-old girl, and gets frustrated and everything just becomes a mess? Or what if I'm tired from holding up my mask all day and I need to recover? However, there's housework, there's children to look after, there's a job to go to, there's a boyfriend to be with, there's family and friends and everything that you need to do to function. And all I want to do is just lay down, close my eyes, and pretend the world doesn't exist. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted. Maybe that's really what I should say I am. I'm not okay, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted of living, of trying to function on a daily basis. I'm exhausted of thinking. I'm exhausted of doing, of being, of feeling. So where do I go from here? And has actually saying this out loud achieved anything? I don't know. It's a step. It's a step that I probably need to take to get on a better level, and recovery journeys aren't easy, so I need to start doing things that aren't easy and opening up about how I feel is one of the hardest things I've ever done, and I've given birth. That was not pleasant. I'm gonna try and share my journey to make it less scary, make it easier, and make it less lonely. I don't know. Could help someone else, and then there's that whole idea that you're a lot better at helping other people than you are at helping yourself. So maybe this is all this is. This is just me pretending that it's third person Ellie I'm helping. It's not me. No, I'm helping Ellie on the screen, and Ellie is listening to the advice of Ellie on the screen. And it's not the voices in your head telling you that it's all shit. It's me helping you on a journey to be better, to recover. Anyway, I'm rambling, and I feel a bit here, there, and everywhere, which is how I often feel when I'm not great. I just feel like everything's going on at once, and I don't know which thing to tune into, which thing to focus on, which thing to listen to, and it's exhausting. I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm not okay, and I'm gonna go and listen to some My Chemical Romance.